BookTube, it's Carrie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I will be doing the book giving tag. This tag was created by Taking Tea with Catherine, and I was tagged by Margaret Pinard, so I will link both of those videos in the description box. Thank you to Margaret for tagging me, and if you haven't checked out her channel, you definitely should. She has a ton of very interesting content, and she has a very organized, extensive buddy read system happening for the month of March. She is doing March of the Moderns, and so she'll have a lot of live shows and buddy read chats and some really interesting content. So you should definitely check out her channel. It's one of my favorite channels. So let's get into these questions. Question number one is, do you give books as gifts, and if so, to whom? Of course, I give books as gifts to my reader friends. I give a lot of books to my husband because he's really interested in World War II history and fishing, and so I give him a lot of books related to those topics. My father is a beef cattle farmer, so I actually just gifted him a book for Christmas called Red Meat Republic, a hoof-to-table history of how beef changed America, because he's really interested in history as well, so I thought that would give kind of a unique perspective on that industry. And I also just exchange books with some of my friends who are readers, so particularly with paperbacks, if it's something I'm not going to read again, we just kind of gift them around and pass them along. I wouldn't really consider that a gift though. That's just kind of part of being a reader and having friends who are readers. Question number two is, do you receive many books as gifts, and are they usually successful? Yes. Most of what I receive for Christmas and birthdays consist of bookish gifts, and they are usually successful. I'm pretty easy to shop for because essentially if it's history or JFK, you're good to go. And I've only had one duplicate gifted to me, and it was a JFK book, but I was totally okay with that because the copy that I originally had, I had written in and annotated, so I was pleased to receive a clean copy of that book. So you can never have too much JFK. Number three is, when you buy yourself books, do you think of them as gifts? Now, typically if I buy books from like thrift books and each book is only $3 or $4, I don't really consider that a gift, but I would consider it a gift if I am purchasing a new release, a hardback, a high dollar book, something like a JFK biography that has just come out, anything like that, I would consider that a gift. Number four, do you consider used books to be acceptable gifts? Absolutely, and a lot of the books that I purchase for my husband in particular are used books, and he's totally fine with that as well. Honestly, it's kind of fun to look through used books sometimes and see what parts of a book really resonated with someone else, if they, dog-eared a page or even annotated sometimes. If it's a JFK book, I would like to have those clean, but I am okay with finding things in used books if I only paid a few dollars for it. Number five, if you could receive a gift card for any bookshop, book website, which would you choose? I would say thrift books, you get a lot of bang for your buck, but also Second and Charles is a used bookstore that I go to sell back my books. And they also have vinyl records and a lot of DVDs and interesting things. So I would say maybe Second and Charles. Number six, gift wrapping, gift bag, or bear presentation. If you're giving me a book, I don't care how it's presented. The book is the gift, and I would say when I give books as gifts, I typically don't put them in gift bags because they kind of fall and don't stand up straight. So I typically put the book in a box and then I wrap the box. Number seven, can you communicate to others when a book is a lend and not a gift? Most people I don't really have to communicate that to because they understand that if it's a JFK title, it's a lend, okay? Those are really the only books that I would say are in my, lend category. if I'm giving a book and it's a novel, I don't want it back. But if it has anything to do with JFK, I do need that back. Number 8, have you ever given someone an ebook? I can't say that I have. And number 9, name 5 books you'd love to receive as gifts. I didn't really prepare for this tag, so kind of hard for me to come up with 5 books off the top of my head. The only book written by JFK that I do not own is The Strategy of Peace, which he wrote when he was a senator leading up to the 1960 election. So that's definitely on my list, and I would say just fill the other 4 slots with any JFK books that I don't currently own, and yeah, I'll be happy. Number 10 is tag some people or gift people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give away 3 of my books. I went through my shelves the other day because I was trying to declutter and minimize, and so I picked 3 books that I thought would be interesting to give away. So if you are interested in any of these 3 books, please write a comment and let me know which book you would like me to enter you into the drawing for. The first one is The Paris Wife by Paula McLain, and this is historical fiction. It is based on Ernest Hemingway's first wife and their time in Europe. And I really enjoyed this book. It was one of my favorite books probably of last year. The second book that I'm going to give away is UFOs, Generals, Pilots, and Government Officials Go on the Record by Leslie Kean, and it has a foreword by John Podesta, and this was one of the books that had a lot of support by some of our government officials, and there are 5 Air Force generals in here, a governor, and some folks from the British Ministry of Defense who go on record talking about the phenomena of unidentified flying objects. So this is definitely not any sort of crazy conspiracy book. It really is more of an academic look at the phenomena of UFOs. So I enjoyed this book and I would recommend it. So if you're interested in this one, make sure you comment below. And the last one is We Were Liars by E.Lockhart, and this is a young adult mystery. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite books, but it was enjoyable, and if you're interested in that sort of genre, put your name in the hat for this one. So I want to challenge my other booktubers. If you haven't already done the book giving tag, go ahead and give it a shot and attach some sort of giveaway to the tag. I thought doing some giveaways was kind of a natural way to end this tag. So I'm going to leave this giveaway open for the next week. Next Sunday, I will take all of the names if anyone is interested in these giveaways, and I will draw the names, and then we will get in contact so I can get your contact information. So I hope that everyone is having a great week, and again, any of you booktubers out there who have not already done this tag, please do this tag and consider attaching some sort of giveaway to it, because, you know, a lot of you booktubers out there, I like your style, so I want to enter into some giveaways. So happy reading, everyone, and I hope you're having a great week. Thanks so much.